Hello there, house churches. I hope everything is going well for you in this new year. We are starting now into a new series called David, the King of Hearts. And really, this is going to be a study of the book of 2 Samuel, which focuses mainly on the kingship of King David once he ascends to the throne of Israel. Now, the reason why we like to look at big chunks of Old Testament scripture is really there's two reasons. One is it's to expand our biblical literacy. When you try to enjoy a good book, you don't just do it to, you don't just start in the middle of the book and read the last half of the book. To really understand all the plot and the characters and really how to reach the climax to the ending, you really have to read the whole book. And so understanding the Old Testament is really key to us understanding the whole story of what God is doing with the world in the scriptures. A second and maybe kind of surprising reason that we want to focus on the life of King David and study the Old Testament is because of our interest in Jesus. Now, because we're Christians and we're passionate about Jesus, we might be tempted to focus all of our attention on the Gospels because those are the eyewitness accounts of the life of Jesus. However, one thing that we have to bear in mind is that everything in the Old Testament scriptures were like moving towards Jesus. So, and we get a picture of this after Easter Sunday in the story that Luke records, where Jesus meets with a couple of men on the road to Emmaus. And he starts to explain to them from the scriptures everything about what the Messiah or what the Christ had to endure and suffer and accomplish in order to achieve the salvation of the world. And so even in the Old Testament, we want to see the signposts and pointers to who Jesus is. And so as we dive into the life of King David, as we dive into 2 Samuel, we're going to keep asking that question of how does this reveal to us more about Jesus? What do we learn about Christ in each facet of this journey? And you'll be amazed at how enriching and powerful those lessons are. So getting on to today's discussion topic, we are going to do kind of a whirlwind tour of the early part of David's life. We're going to look at 4 snapshots of his life before he became king to kind of set the table and lay the groundwork for understanding who David is as he ascends to the throne. And so without giving too much away, there is one particular theme that seems to emerge from these snapshots that I hope will make a profound effect on you, and that come the end of your discussion that you'll have a very clear picture of what Christ-like dedication looks like. So as you enter into this discussion, may God bless you, and may you just experience the joy of fellowship with Christ even when the circumstances are less than joyful. And may God be with you as you enter into this study.